Well, hey guys, it's Coach Lois here. It is Monday night, and I was actually trying to do this about 3 hours ago. And so if you are tuning in live, this is a redo, take two of Healthy and Wealthy and Wise. Specifically, the topic is being versus doing brain. What am I talking about? And why should you care? Truly, like honestly, what the heck does this have to do with anything? And it actually goes along with a quote that I shared on Facebook today. It's a Zig Ziglar quote. You got to be before you can do, before you can have. And it's actually the core, the epitome of what healthy and wealthy and wise has come to mean for me. And I hope it has evolved for you as well. A lot of times I find in life, we stumble, we fumble, we fail. I know there's a lot of Packers fans and Cowboys fans who are upset about their team losing this weekend. We have these losses in life and we have these experiences, and they always remind us to come back to the basics. And so inside of my own business, inside of this podcast, I have authentically shared with you how I was out of alignment. I was in the doing brain, which is, we're going to break that down today. We're going to keep it simple. We're going to keep it short. And if you like what you hear about today, you can absolutely check out my next Magnetic Mind class, even if you catch this on the recording. I do these free for the public from time to time. This is going to be my last one for 2 months. So you might want to check it out. If you feel like you're stuck in the doingness of life, I'm speaking to you, the doer of life, as opposed to the beingness. So what am I talking about? So when Zig Ziglar said, you got to be before you do, before you have, he was talking about the evolution of our consciousness. He was talking about, being yourself, your authentic, truest self before doing. And then you will have the results that bring you bliss, joy, happiness, and fulfillment in life. That's what he meant. Now, if you're like me, likes to learn the hard way, I thought, oh, wait, when I have the money, because I did a lot of activity and things and busyness, I'll be okay. So I reversed the be, do, have to have, do, be. And how did that happen? Well, excuse me, now that I'm 18 months in to deep dive shadow work and truth, I recognized that I was out of alignment. And so what I want to help you, if this resonates with you, self-discover the beingness first and then the doingness. Because I was coming from the place I have to have X result before I can have happiness or joy or this or that. I've got to work really, really, really hard. I got to do a lot of stuff to have success or the money or the relationships or whatever is your thing that you really want out of life. And thankfully, even though I learned the hard way through a lot of loss, a lot of intense deep dive work, I was able to come back in alignment. So now I'm about being first, then doing from that place of beingness, and then having the true results that I really, really, really want, and not having results that feel gross or weird or icky. Hello, welcome. I wish I could recognize who you are. Unfortunately, Facebook StreamYard will not let me do that, but thank you. So yeah, if this resonates with you, I don't want to forget to mention this. Please hit the share button. Sharing is caring, as I like to say. There's a lot of people going through a lot of stuff right now. And I know a lot. I can't go into all of it right now, but the next 6 to 12 months, guys, is going to be really intense. So remember this message, okay? over the next 6 to 12 months, if you are going through it and you are in it, and you know what I mean when I say that, please come back and let's talk. Because there's too many people that have been programmed, just like your TV has programming, right? You know, your ABC, NBC, Netflix, even though you have a menu of options with Netflix, it still has been programmed to offer you up a certain select menu of options based on someone else's agenda, right? Am I right? So you don't have full sovereignty. They let you think you have sovereignty, but they still have their limitations, right? If they don't have an episode or a show or a movie you want to watch, you're going to go find someone else that does, right? Yeah. So that's what I'm talking about. So you have been programmed by your family, your ancestors, society, big time. And if you don't work through that, I'm here to tell you the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over, expecting a different result. All right, cool. Awesome. Kathy Mays, welcome from California. Janet Wells, thank you guys for typing in your name. So ultimately, my vision is to help you be so you can do, so you can have. And if you don't do this work, guess what? You're simply going to be feeling like a hamster on a wheel. History repeats itself. I believe a lot of us were here to break generational curses, to change the world. Tomorrow I'm interviewing Alexander Quinn, who's he's a change maker. He's a star seed. He's a galactic channel. Tune in if that resonates with you. I know it's not for everyone, and that's okay. I'm cool with that. I am a fan of we all are one, and we all got to find our way. And I do believe that be, do, have is a universal principle. So how are you being versus doing? That's the question. How are you finding yourself being versus doing? So for me, this is just some quick tips. Again, I'm going to keep this short. For me, it's balancing out the hemispheres of my brain. I just taught this in class today for my members. We have a left brain and a right brain. I'm not even going to talk about subconscious mind or superconscious. I'm not talking about any of ego today. I'm just talking about the masculine and the feminine parts of our brain. Because this is the stuff that most people don't talk about. I don't think Bruce Lipton talks about this. Janet, you can probably keep me honest on this. Tony Robbins, I'm sure, does not talk about this. Because this is definitely more advanced, in my opinion. And ultimately, if you are too masculine dominant energetically, this isn't about male versus female, sex or gender. This is about the energies inside of us. We all have male and female energies inside of us. It's a fact. I'm not going to go into all of the details about it. You can research it, Google it, and prove me wrong. I'd be happy if you did for you. But for me, I know when I've been my least successful, it's when I only focused on one side of the brain, which was the masculine side, which is the doing, the goals, the numbers, the math, the money, the logic, the ideas, the training, the taking yet one more course to feel better about myself, even though all the answers lie within. And then the feminine side of the brain is the intuition, the love, compassion, the ideas, not the ideas, but the creative, the arts. And so since we are, I believe, both feminine and masculine intuitively and creatively inside of us, it's really, really important to come from both places. So that's what I believe Zig Ziglar was talking about, even if that's not what he believed he was talking about. That's been my interpretation over the years, right? Yeah, no more training. I'm with you on that. Now, the thing is, the repetition is the mother of learning. This is what I do want to leave you guys with today is, tune in with your intuition. Follow the right coaches and teachers and guides, right? Whatever that is for you. Doesn't have to be me. But stick with them for at least 3 months, maybe 4, and see if it resonates and go all in. I'm not a fan of people who are trying to follow too many teachers at one time. It doesn't work. It just doesn't. So as you are figuring out the two hemispheres of your brain, and as you are figuring out, where you want to take yourself in that journey of deepening the balance, the equilibration of the feminine and masculine energies, there's a lot of women out there who have been emasculated for too long. They've been strong, push, push, go, go, go. You single moms out there, I see you, right? And there's a lot of layers there, a lot that I want to bring forth in the world in the next few years. But, there's so much to be said for being, doing, and having. And I just wanted to challenge you with that thought today is how do you be, do, and have? How do you be first? Being your authentic self, being your true self is tuning in to those two sides of the brain. And if this is confusing, if this resonates, I would invite you, because on Friday at 8:30 a.m. Pacific, I'm going to be talking for the last time, actually, for free for the public for a while. Otherwise, my members, my clients are all going to get the benefits of what I'm teaching now. I have one more magnetic mindset class it'll be the last one, I guess, technically of the summer, because fall starts on September 23rd. But I won't have another one till probably November. If you would like to learn more about what I'm talking about, this being versus doing versus having, this masculine, feminine balance, equilibration of how you can have both, have your cake and eat it too, and be before you do and before you have, then I invite you to sign up for this class. I'll drop this in the show notes. I'll drop it in the comments below. As always, please, if you saw value, if you were even challenged by this message, reach out to me, shoot me a message on Messenger or email me. And as well as hit the share button and share with your community, because this show is designated to help you achieve your best health, your best wealth, and your best wisdom. And there's a lot of change coming in the world, my friends. You think we've seen it all. There's a lot more coming, a lot more changing, and a lot more shifting. And the more you can go inward, the more you can heal yourself mentally, physically, and spiritually, and balance out those two hemispheres of the brain, you're going to have such a big advantage over those who are focused still on the external, looking for the answers outside of themselves. So thank you guys for tuning in. Until next time, until tomorrow morning with Alexander Quinn and the Starseed, amazing episode. I'm so excited that I magnetized that into my life. I'll see you guys tomorrow here, same time. Well, not same time, same channel, different time, 10 a.m. Pacific tomorrow morning. If you're able to join us live, I hope to see you then.